Hey, this is M, and in tonight's coaching video, we are going to talk about attraction levels. How to gauge a girl's level of attraction for you. I'm actually out here in San Francisco tonight, visiting some family. As you guys know, I'm from San Francisco originally, so out here hanging out, visiting family, hanging out with some friends I haven't seen for a while. It's hard to get back here, since I've been in LA, or since I've moved to LA. I'm usually busy out there shooting all these videos for you guys. Actually out here by the ferry building, as you can see in the background. I'm over here in the Embarcadero, which is an area where I used to work and live. As you can see, it's probably the only area of San Francisco that's actually well lit right now. And that is Justin Herman Plaza, right in the back of me here. And there goes the port of San Francisco right behind the ferry building. So let's just jump right into this. What are attraction levels? Well, basically when it comes to attraction, you could pretty much gauge a girl's level of attraction for you from 0 to 100%. You want to constantly be gauging a girl's level of attraction for you, whether you are approaching her, dating her, or you're actually married to her. You want to constantly be gauging her level of attraction for you. But basically it goes from 0 to 100%, and obviously the higher on that percentage scale she is, the better off you are. So if she's anywhere from, say, 75% to 100% attraction, if she has that much level of attraction for you, then you're doing great. No need to worry. If her attraction for you is anything below 75%, let's say 50 to 75%, chances are you're in her friend zone. She's not attracted to you romantically or physically, much less sexually, and you need to bring her level of attraction for you up to at least above 75%, where she will have romantic feelings for you, physical feelings for you, and sexual feelings for you. Because anything below 75%, you're in a friend zone. And anything below 50%, if her attraction for you is below 50%, she basically doesn't want to have anything to do with you whatsoever, which is not what you want. Okay, so I'm not going to talk too much about it right now. I just want to jump right into this coaching video. Also, before we get into it, I want to mention for you guys who are not in my monthly coaching program, you need to get in my monthly coaching program before I take it down. And I'm having a special right now where it's only $1, just $1 to get in, and you want to take advantage of it while you still can. Okay, because I'm not going to keep it up much longer. As I've said before, I want to take that down. The guys who are in there right now are going to stay in the program, but any guys who try to get in the future are not going to be able to get in. So if you still haven't gotten in, you want to get in now while you still can, before I close those doors, because there's other things that I need to move on to, and the guys who are in my coaching program are going to stay in there. I'm going to keep coaching those guys, but anybody else new who tries to come in, sorry, I'm not gonna let you in. So right now, if you wanna get in, you still can, and you can take advantage of my $1 offer for a very, very limited time. And even the stuff that you're gonna learn for $1, I guarantee these are gonna be things that you're going to be able to use in your future approaches for the rest of your life. So it's not like, you're gonna pay $1 and you're not gonna get anything out of it but a few coaching lessons. No, even if you just come in for the first month and you take advantage of my $1 offer, what I teach you in my first month of mastery, you're going to be able to use with all your future approaches with any young hot girl that you see that you want to approach. Okay, you're going to be able to use the techniques even from the very first month alone. You're going to be able to take that, which is extremely valuable, and use them whenever you see a young hot girl you want to approach. You'll be able to walk right up to her and bam, who are you? Where are you going? I'm coming with you. Very, very easy, okay? So even for the very first month where you only pay $1, you're gonna get a ton of value, and you're gonna get priceless tips, tricks, and techniques from me that you can use in future approaches. As I always teach my students, everything I teach you is timeless, okay? Because we're dealing with female psychology here. So what I teach you is never going to go out of style. It's never going to go out of date, no matter how much the times change, no matter how much feminists try to take over the world, which they're trying to do right now. It's not going to change female psychology one bit, and what females are actually attracted to, especially hot females. So if you're not in my coaching program, you want to get in my monthly coaching program ASAP, just click the link below in the description box. That'll take you right over to my website where you can get signed up right now for just $1. Just $1. Do it now while you still have time. before it's too late, because you know it will be too late too soon. So take advantage right now while you still can. Let's go ahead and jump right into tonight's coaching video. Again, this is taken directly from my monthly coaching program, 7 Months of Mastery, where I am teaching guys just like you how to go out there and find, meet, and attract young, beautiful women into your own life each and every month. So you could get out of scarcity, you could stop feeling lonely, you could stop watching internet porn at home, you could stop living this lonely, sad, pathetic life where you don't have a warm body to come home to, you don't have anybody texting you or hitting you up on your phone. Just get in my monthly coaching program so you can knock that lifestyle off, okay? Because it's no way to live. It's not healthy, it's not good for your soul, it's just not good for you. So without further ado, let's jump right into tonight's coaching video. Here we go. Okay, so right now I want to talk about something called attraction levels. And the way I want you to think of attraction is I want you to think of attraction as a scale. And that scale goes from 0 to 100%. So look at attraction as a scale from 0 to 100%. And you want to constantly be gauging where your target, where the girl's level of attraction for you currently is. Okay, now this doesn't only go for approaching girls. This doesn't only apply to approaching girls, but this also applies to relationships, okay? And you're gonna see how the attraction level scale kind of intertwines with both pickup and relationships. Because a lot of times these girls that you pick up, especially if it goes well, you're gonna end up dating that girl. And if you really like each other, she's gonna end up becoming your girlfriend and maybe even more. So you're constantly going to be gauging her level of attraction for you. And the unfortunate part is a lot of guys are completely unaware of the scale. A lot of guys, including yourself at one point, including myself at one point, was completely unaware of a girl's level of attraction, okay? And really understanding that a girl's level of attraction can either go up or it can go down. Now, the easiest way to explain this is when a girl's attraction level for you is below 50%, okay? When it's below 50%, you've got nothing, okay? She doesn't want to be friends with you. She doesn't want you in her life. She doesn't want to get to know you. She doesn't want to invest in you in any way, shape, or form, not even as friends. So whenever her attraction level for you is below 50%, you've got nothing, okay? So basically from 0 to 49%, you've got nothing, okay? It's probably not going to go anywhere. Now, can you bring it up? Can you rise it above 50%? Of course you can. You know, there's all sorts of things that you could do, all sorts of pickup artist techniques you can use to make her levels of attraction for you go up. You can nag her, you can shit test her back, you can take shots at her. There are just a myriad of things that you can do to raise her level of attraction for you. Okay, if it's worth it. Okay, if it's worth it. In most cases, she's just not going to be worth it. I could think of maybe only a handful of girls in my entire pickup career, which is almost 20 years now, only a handful of girls where it was worth it to me. And the reason why it was worth it to me was because these were girls from my past, from either high school or college or after college that I couldn't get back then because I didn't have enough game. I didn't have enough skill to attract them, and they friend zoned me. So it was kind of like a personal vendetta for me to use the skills that I have now to go back and get them. And I was able to do that. And I mentioned this in one of my sales videos that I went back and every single crush that I wanted back then, that ignored me, that friend zoned me, I was able to go back and attract her into my life, not as a friend, but as a boyfriend. And I ended up dating all of those girls, and I had sex with all those girls, and it was very, 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 very gratifying. Those were situations that, for me, merited the time investment, okay? Because taking girls' attraction for you from 50% all the way to 70, 80, where she becomes physically attracted to you and she has sex with you, because that's generally the area where a girl does become physically attracted to you and sexually enough to have sex with you, it's generally above 70%. To take her from a 50 to a 70% is a lot of work, okay? There's some time investment involved, there are dates involved, there's just work involved, you know? You're gonna have to take shots at her, you're gonna have to nag her, You're going to have to social proof yourself. She's gonna have to see you with other hot women. So I had to do all this work to get those girls from my past, from their level of attraction of 50% all the way up to 70, the mid 70s, where I got them attracted to me enough where we dated, we had sex and whatnot. And I ended up ending the relationship with the majority of them except for one of them. One of them I was like totally nuts about, and that was my own fault, but I ended up having sex with her as well. I had enough skill to do that, but I didn't have enough skill yet at that point in time to keep her. Where now, if that were to happen now, I could keep her no problem. I know what to do, I know what to say, I know what not to do, which is even more important. That all the mistakes I did back then to end up losing that girl. But to make a long story short, those were the very small handful of cases where it was worth it, for me at least, to put in the effort and the investment, the time investment and the emotional investment to raise a girl's attraction from 50 to 70% or higher, where she becomes physically attracted and sexually attracted. But for most girls that you just meet off the street that you don't really know, is it worth it? I would say no, it's generally not worth it. Definitely for me. I'm not gonna waste my time on some random target that I meet to raise her attraction from 50 to 70%. Okay, if it's down to 50%, I don't care, because I can easily go meet a girl who already has 70% attraction for me off the get-go. In order for her to be physically attracted to you and sexually attracted to you, she needs to have an attraction level of at least 70% or higher. Okay, mid 70s is ideal. You're generally good if you're in the mid 70s, like 75 to 100%. You're probably gonna have sex with her, you're probably gonna date her, and you'll probably have the option to make her your girlfriend if you want to. Okay, she's not gonna be choosing you, you're gonna be choosing her. As long as you have her attraction level for you at 75% or higher. And again, you could spark that right off the bat. Okay, right when you attract her, boom. You hit her with some funny lines, you tease her, you neg her, you physically escalate with her, you do all the things that I teach you, and you feel that you get the vibe going, and she looks into your eyes, you don't flinch, you keep that rock solid eye contact. Guess what? Her attraction level for you right off the bat will be in the mid 70s, if not higher, and oftentimes it will be higher. Okay, she'll have this high level of attraction for you right off the bat, and you don't have to worry about ending up in her friend zone. You don't have to worry about ending up one of her gay little friends, or being looked at as a brother to her or anything like that, because you're going to be in the mid 70s. Okay, because once you have those attraction levels that are in the mid 70s or higher from girls, okay, from your targets, you're in. You don't have to worry. Okay, it's those girls that are below that you need to worry about. Okay, girls that have, again, anywhere below 50%, it's just not even worth it. That girl, if a girl has a level of attraction for you that is below 50%, that girl is not even going to want to be friends with you. She's not even going to want you in her friend zone. She's basically not going to want to have anything to do with you. Okay, for whatever reason. It could be a girl who is a stranger, and for some odd reason, maybe she didn't like something you said. Maybe she was offended by it. Maybe she took it the wrong way. Maybe she's a feminist, right? So basically, her level of attraction for you is not going anywhere. Now, if you meet a girl and you approach a girl and you kind of screw up, and say, for example, that she looks for that rock solid eye contact and you look away, or your eyes dilate, she sees that you're incongruent, you're not that badass guy that you presented yourself to be, but she thinks you're nice, she thinks you're kind of sweet, she might let you in her friend zone. She'll be like, this guy's harmless, and she'll let you in her friend zone. But that doesn't mean she's gonna have sex with you. That doesn't mean she's gonna be physically attracted to you. For the most part, she's already categorized you as somebody that's going to be kind of like a gay little friend to her and not a boyfriend, okay? Because those boyfriends, the guys that she categorizes as boyfriends, are those guys that she has an attraction level of 75% or higher for, okay? Those are the boyfriend material. The guys who are in the friend zone, those guys are in the 50s to the 60% attraction level. So basically, when a girl has below 70% attraction for you, like let's say 50% to 70%, she might let you in her life, she might hang out with you, but she's not gonna do anything physical with you. She doesn't wanna hear any talk about you wanting to make her your girlfriend. She doesn't want to go on these awkward dates with you. She doesn't want to date you, period. She just wants to keep you around as a friend. She just wants to hang out with you, but on a very platonic level where it's like, here's your side of the fence, here's my side of the fence. Yes, we can hang out. Let's split the bill. I mean, that sort of stuff where, even if she does hang out with you, she is not going to get dressed up for you. She's not going to put on her makeup. She's probably going to hang out in her jeans and flip-flops, as opposed to guys that she has 75% attraction level or higher for. Those kind of guys, she is going to do herself up. She's going to put on her makeup, and she's going to be very careful about what she wears while she goes out with them because she cares more. Where with a guy who has anything below 70%, you're basically in the friend zone, okay? Now, can you raise her level of attraction for you? Can you raise it up to, the 70s and 80s, maybe even the 90s? Of course you can. And I just told you I did it myself, okay? But there is an emotional investment as well as a time investment that you will need to be aware of, because she's not going to magically become attracted to you overnight. You're going to need to put in some work, okay? And it has to come back, or it's going to come back to whether or not she's worth it. Do you want to put that type of investment into this girl? Is it worth it for you? Don't think like every single girl that you approach, you have to go back and raise her level of attraction. You don't have to. Okay, you don't have to. While we're on this topic, let's talk about girls who have dangerously high levels of attraction for you, which I did a previous coaching video on. Girls who just instantly have like 90 to 100% attraction for you. Okay, girls who have that like ridiculous level of attraction for you right off the bat, you need to be careful about. And I mentioned that in my previous coaching video, so I'm not going to go too much into it here. If you want to watch that video, it's in a previous coaching lesson. But just real quickly, when you meet a girl and you approach her and instantly she has 90% to 100% attraction level for you, that's what I call dangerously high levels of attraction, where her attraction for you from that point can only go down. Okay, it can only go down. So with girls like that, I generally will not buy into the hype, and neither should you. Okay, when a girl is just that into you, where she's calling you left and right, she's texting you 24/7, she wants to see you all the time, you want to be very careful because girls like that are very reactive. They're very emotionally reactive. Like every new shiny object, they're like, oh my God, that one looks good too. They're almost like little kids, like little children. Like every shiny object, every new toy gets them excited. So you have to be careful of that. You have to be aware of that. It doesn't mean you can't date a girl like that, because I have dated a number of girls who just have those dangerously high levels of attraction for me, but I'm able to kind of back off and kind of do my own thing where I'm keeping their levels of attraction for me up in the stratosphere. It might not stay at 90 to 100% because it's kind of ridiculous. It might drop to like 80%, maybe even to the mid 70s, and it'll kind of maintain itself around there where they don't leave my life, they don't dump me or anything like that. They just kind of linger around. Girls like that you don't want to spend a whole lot of time with. I don't generally like to make girls like that my girlfriend. I generally just keep them as dating partners while I date around other women. And that's really what keeps their levels of attraction for you up in the stratosphere, is the fact that they can't have you. Because girls like that who have those dangerously high levels of attraction for you, girls like that are constantly chasing the next shiny object. And as soon as she gets her hands on that shiny object, she's on to the next one. But the fact that she never gets her hands on you will keep her chasing that for basically eternity, for as long as you want her to. Okay, you just don't let her have the shiny object, right? You just don't let her have the toy. You just kind of dangle it in front of her the entire time, and you just never really give it to her. That's how you keep those girls with dangerously high levels of attraction for you around. Now, just to close up this coaching lesson, let's talk about relationships. Now, when you are in a relationship with a girl, say one of these girls becomes your girlfriend, her attraction level for you will definitely be in the 70s, 80s, maybe even the 90s, okay? Because obviously for her to get romantic with you, for her to get sexual with you, she has to have a level of attraction for you that is, again, in the mid 70s or higher. Generally, that is enough for her to become your girlfriend as well. Now, in order to keep her, you need to keep her levels of attraction for you above 75%. It needs to be, realistically, you want to be in the 80s, okay? Realistically, if you've got a girlfriend and her level of attraction for you is in the 80s and you can maintain it there, It's solid, it's stable, you're gonna have a good relationship together. You're not gonna have to worry about her leaving or cheating on you. I mean, you're gonna have a very, very solid and healthy relationship. So when you have a girlfriend and her level of attraction for you is in the 80 to 90 percentile and you can keep it there, that's a great relationship. And yes, you're gonna have to maintain it. You're gonna have to pull back from time to time. Just let her know that you're not living for her, you're living for your path and purpose. You know, just all those little things that I teach you to keep girls attracted to you, all right? The problem lays in where, with most guys in relationships, if you notice, they'll start off their relationship, and I'm guilty of this too. This used to happen to me where, you know, you might start off the relationship with a girl where her attraction for you is up there in, you know, the 80 to 90 percentile, and then slowly within time, it starts to drop. This is very, very common in most guys' relationships. Your girl's level of attraction for you starts to drop from 90% to 80% to 70%. And then once it goes below 70%, look out. If you're in a relationship with this girl and her attraction for you drops below 70%, say it starts to go to 60%, okay, or even in the 50%, which is really, really the danger zone. But if it starts to drop below 70%, look out, because that girl, she might still stay with you, okay, because she was your girlfriend when this all started out. So her attraction for you can drop below 70% and she'll still stay with you, but it's not gonna be the same. She's not gonna have that same level of passion for your relationship. She's not gonna have that same level of intensity when she sees you, that same excitement when she sees you. She's going to often want to do her own thing. She's going to want to start spending more time with her family and friends. She is going to start picking fights with you more. She is going to start nagging you more. These are the things that happen when a girl's level of attraction for you drops below 70%. She is just going to start doing things to sabotage the relationship at this point. And you might have been in these type of relationships where the girl just blows up over the smallest thing. She picks fights with you over the smallest things, where she didn't used to do that before. And the reason why she's doing that now is because her level of attraction for you has dropped below 70%. And now it's in the 60s and maybe even the 50s. Now, if it does drop below 50% to like 49% or below, what I mentioned originally at the beginning of this video, where she's at 0 to 49%, you're done. Okay, it's over. That girl is either going to cheat on you, she's gonna leave you, or she's gonna do both. So once it's dropped below 50%, you're done. That's a point where she doesn't want you touching her. She doesn't want to have sex with you. She doesn't want you staying over her place anymore. Or if you're living together, she might be talking about you getting your own place and her getting her own place. She wants to end the relationship because her attraction for you has dropped below the threshold, okay? She's in the danger zone. The only way to stop her level of attraction for you from dropping below the stratosphere into that danger zone where it's below 70%, the only way to stop it is you got to pull back, okay? You got to pull back a little bit and you've got to let the relationship breathe for a little while. So you got to pull back, you got to let her do her thing while you do your own thing. Okay, that is the only thing that is going to save the relationship. And again, easier said than done, okay? It's simple. It's a very, very simple solution, but like I said, easier said than done, especially if you're used to hanging out with this girl 24/7. You know, you're a little codependent on each other. It's gonna be a little bit hard at first, but really, I hate to say it, that's the only way to save the relationship. Because if you don't do that, if you don't back away, if you don't give the relationship an opportunity to breathe, then it's just gonna suffocate itself and it's just going to implode within a short amount of time. Okay, you're gonna end up losing this girl if you don't do that, right? Her attraction level for you is just gonna drop below 70%, it's gonna go to 60%, it's gonna go to 50%, and then once it goes below 50%, you're done, it's over. You have to understand, if you're with a girl now and you see her level of attraction for you dropping, the only way to stop that is to back off, let it breathe a bit. Depending on the severity of it, depending on how severe it is, it might just be her level of attraction for you might have dropped from somewhere in the mid 80s to where now it's kind of in the low 70s. At that point, Maybe you just need to take a trip with your friends. Maybe you just need to disappear for a couple of weeks. Go somewhere by yourself, take a breather, take a trip with your family, go stay at your family's house, something like that. You just need to give it a little time to rest, a little time to breathe, and then come back, see if that intensity is still there. You want to keep her attraction level for you up in the 80 percentile, if not higher, okay? Keeping her attraction level for you in the 90 to 100 percentile is consistently is unrealistic. Sure, you can get it up there from time to time, but it's just unrealistic to keep it there. Okay, totally unrealistic. It's more healthy and more realistic and more doable to keep her up in the mid 80s. Okay, keep her a level of attraction for you in the mid 80s where she's not going to leave, she's not going to cheat on you, she's happy being with you. She can go out with the girlfriends, do her own thing. You could go hang out with your guy friends or do whatever you need to do, and you don't have to worry about her like running off with some other dude. Okay, because a girl who has 80% attraction level for you or higher is not going to do that. Okay, she's not going to do that. If it drops below 70%, she'll probably do that. She'll probably run off with some other guy, or she'll be open to meeting a new guy. Okay, but when she's up in the 80 percentile, it's not going to do that. Don't have to worry about it. But the way you keep it up there, again, is you have to let that relationship breathe and contract every now and then, where she does her own thing, you do your own thing, and you stay on your path and purpose as a man, and she's not going to leave you. When that relationship is breathing and it's healthy and you're both doing your own thing and you haven't become this codependent unit, her attraction for you will stay up in the 80 percentile. And that's exactly where you want it to be. Okay, that is the ideal, most healthiest relationship, is when you're in a relationship with a girl, whether it's your girlfriend or your wife, and she has 80% attraction level for you or higher. Anywhere from 80 to 89%, you're good. Hey, this is M, and I hope you enjoyed this special clip from my monthly coaching program, Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and find, meet, and attract young, beautiful women into your own life each and every month. I cannot force you to take action. Okay, you have to do that. You have to take action. I've got the coaching programs, I've got the tips, tricks, secrets, and techniques waiting for you in my monthly coaching program, Mastery. They are sitting in my program waiting for you, okay? Waiting for you to absorb them, learn them, go out there and apply them. They're just waiting for you. All you need to do is take enough action to just click the link below in my description box and get signed up. That's all you need to do, okay? That's the very first step. And it's the easiest step, okay? It's the first step, the biggest step, yet it's the easiest step. I've tried to make it as easy as possible for you guys to sign up and learn from me. I've made it as cheap as I possibly can. If I could charge you less than $1, I would, but apparently that's a limit with PayPal. I have to charge you at least $1. So it's only $1 right now. Get signed up while you still can. Don't wait, take advantage of it. Let's do this, let's do it together. I'm there with you, I'm here to teach you, I'm here to add value to your life. I'm not here to friggin' rip you off. I'm not here to run off with your dollar and go, ha ha ha, I got him, scam, scam. I'm not here to do that, guys, okay? I'm here to add value. I'm here to teach you what I've learned over the last 2 decades of approaching thousands and thousands of young hot girls out there. I'm here to teach you what I've learned from attracting over 300 young, beautiful women into my own life that I've dated successfully, and some of them unsuccessfully. I'm here to teach you those invaluable, priceless lessons so you don't have to go through the same pain and frustration and rejection that I did. So you could fast track your way from complete newbie to master pickup artist in record time. I'm giving you the opportunity to do that. And all you need to do, the only action you have to take, is getting into my monthly coaching program, Mastery. It's just $1. Don't know what else to tell you. Get signed up right now if you're not in it. It's worth $1. It's what, 4 quarters, let's be honest. My coaching program is only $1. It's less than the dollar menu at McDonald's, less than the dollar menu at Taco Bell and Wendy's, yet it's gonna add 1,000 times more value to your life. Don't wait, take advantage of it right now while I've still got it up, while I'm still coaching guys, because I'm getting ready to move on to other bigger things than teaching guys pickup. So you want to take advantage of my knowledge while you still can, while it's still fresh, while I'm still out there in field doing this myself. You want to take advantage of it. Now is the time. Now is our time. yours and mine. It is our time, my time to teach you, your time to learn. This is our time in history to make it happen. So let's do this. Let's go.